Wait!
Do not close that coffin. Give me your tie. Give it to her.
With the tie in my hand, I walked calmly to the casket. I quickly pulled off the orange tie from my husband's body. I lifted his upper body with force. I slipped the blue tie behind his neck. I tied a neat knot. Then I tucked the tie into his shirt.
You look magnificent.
Everyone froze at my move, but if my mother-in-law hadn't switched the tie, I would never have laid my hands on the body in a moment like this. My husband had died of a heart attack. My friends thought I would be drowning in grief and busy with everything, but they saw me standing alone on the roadside. They told me not to be too sad. Right then, my mother-in-law rushed over in a cab. She had just gotten out of the car, crying like her soul was gone. She came to the funeral, carrying an orange tie on purpose. It was the tie from my husband's college graduation. She wants it to be buried with him. I refused right away, because my husband was wearing a blue suit that day. That orange tie didn't match at all. More importantly, I had already arranged everything. I never liked my mother-in-law. Our conflict had lasted for years, but this time she came prepared. She had written 15 full pages for the eulogy. Before she gave it to the priest, I stopped her. I felt there was no need to talk too much about childhood stories at the funeral. 2 or 3 would be enough. What really mattered was the happiness we had after marriage. She was furious on the spot. Right in front of the priest, she attacked me. She said our marriage was a disaster. She even said I had tortured him to death. Hearing her insult me, I finally lost it.
You are no longer invited to the funeral.
What?
I am going to hire security, and those security men are going to have sticks, and if you so much as set foot in that sanctuary, they will be instructed to beat you with those sticks.
The priest tried to calm me down, but I didn't give him the chance. My mother-in-law was thrown out of the funeral. My son begged me to let her stay. I reluctantly agreed, but it was my moment of weakness that gave her the chance. At the final step of the funeral that day, I saw that orange tie again. I knew exactly whose doing it was, but at that moment, I didn't know how to fix it. As the coffin was about to close, I sprang up and stopped the person preparing to seal it. Under everyone's astonished gaze, I swapped out that glaring orange tie. After the funeral, I still looked calm, but my mother-in-law was different. Whenever someone mentioned her son, she cried endlessly. My husband's death hit me just as hard. I just got used to keeping my emotions hidden, but in her eyes, I was a cold-blooded monster. That day, we went to a restaurant together. We happened to run into some friends. The moment she saw outsiders, she started crying on purpose again. I glanced at her and kept talking to my friends. She cried even louder. She even stared at me on purpose.
Is she gonna be okay? Yeah, sure. Hold on a second.
I slapped her in anger. Only then did she drop the act and stay silent.